All right, all right. Welcome to another edition of the Two Dudes podcast. And I am Rick. That's Kevin. We got another good show for you guys today. I hope everybody's been relaxed and chilled for the week. If not, get ready because we got some laughs, some fun. Kevin, what's going on with you, brother?
Nothing much, Tired. I want like it's a blessing to go from no gigs to gigs back to back, back to back, back to back. You don't realize how tiresome that is too, though. But I'm good. Just could use a day or two of rest.
It's all good. Make that money. How's the job going?
Job is cool. It is what it is. I just got reprimanded today though.
What
Last
happened?
week we had our little team meeting or whatever, and you've been to Green Valley before.
Yes.
How many of us are in Green Valley off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, I can probably count it on one hand.
Exactly. So, you know me being the jokester I am, I can't pass it up. Yeah, I learned today corporate America, keeping it real goes wrong. So this lady who's my team lead or whatever, she where her desk is in her house because the supervisor and the leads always go live where we can see them, where everybody else just leaves their cameras off.
Yeah.
And so the way hers is set up, like, hey, you see how me right here, I'm in my living room, right?
Right.
Like for her, she would be like this, and you can tell where the stairs above her. And so like how that wall is behind me, her back will be against the wall. So she took like a little space in her house, just threw camera and her computer and stuff there, and made that her office to where it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind type thing up under the stairs. Crazy to me, but hey, that's what she did. So I it's one thing I said to her, I was like, Sarah, are you under some stairs or am I tripping? And she kind of leaned her camera. I was like, yeah, you can see I'm on the stairs. There's my living room right there and everything. And I was like, that's crazy as shit to me. So fast forward to last week, had our little huddle, whatever you want to call it. And I say to her, and somebody was making comment about this, that, and the third. And I said, the only thing I care about is watching Sarah to make sure that no one snatches her up because her back against the wall bothers me or whatever. And so she's trying to be funny again. She leans her camera out to let me see there's nothing behind her. But you know, I see there's a setup like how my the townhouse was I lived in, where as soon as you step in, the stairs is right there.
Yeah.
So you know, for me, you had to turn. For her, you step in, it's literally like bam, stairs right there. I was like, whoever put this together just gave no fucks about how they wanted things to look. So I say, so then I was like, yeah, I worry about Sarah getting kidnapped. So my boss being a black woman, she says, well, if someone tries to take Sarah while we're doing a meeting, I'm driving straight to Green Valley to get her. Here's where my ignorance kick in. I said, you know, you can't do that. We're not allowed there.
Wow.
My
You got
boss
reprimanded for
laughed.
that though?
My boss laughed though. She laughed and kind of turned her head, was like, Kevin, you a trip and changed the subject. Then yesterday I got a one-on-one with Janice. Ironically, the name. You heard what I said the name was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
She
recognize
spells
that
her,
name.
yeah, she spells hers J A apostrophe Nice. I was like, nigga, your name is Janice. Ain't no niece to that shit. So she goes, yeah, I had to talk to you about a comment you made. I said, yeah, I can tell by the look on your face. That Green Valley comment. She was like, although it was funny, and I love your sense of humor. I love the energy you bring to the meeting. But that we kind of got to stay away. We don't want anybody to be offended. I'm in my head, man. You soft motherfuckers. I've said way worse. They couldn't survive with our cafeteria in our lunchroom when we worked at the Q. That they couldn't survive that at all if they thought that was hard.
But
Because
a
the shit
comment
we
directed
was
to a
just
black person about a black person, how does that offend a white person?
there's white people listening. White people probably from Grand Valley. We don't treat blacks like that. They're welcome. Okay, motherfucker.
Okay. Um,
It was all about sensitivity.
it is. All right, I'm gonna get a couple things out of the way first. Um, First and foremost, I will be there Saturday. As you know, we
Okay.
have my run Saturday, the Rock the
Yeah.
Parkway 5K. So I'm gonna get my 3 mile run on, and
Okay.
I'll catch up with you shortly after that. So you never know, folks.
Let's get off at like 3:30 that day. So we if anything, I'll be
That's
calling to
good.
see where you at when I get off.
That's good. Go ahead and do that because I'm gonna have lunch with Charles, and he's got to work Saturday night. So I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. We'll hook up. We'll probably even record the show, have it in the can several days early, call it the
Ain't nothing wrong with
pre-draft
that.
special, even though by the time it comes out, the draft will have already happened.
Yeah.
All right. So the other thing, I might not need that information from you about the draft because when I opened up my NFL app, it still recognizes my team and it's got this year's great ones scheduled draft.
Oh, okay. So you
So
good then.
I'll let you know if there's a problem with it, with me getting in and
Okay. Yeah,
everything.
I was gonna send it to you after this. I don't know how I forgot yesterday. I don't know. My mind got sidetracked.
Either that or them 80 emails that I ain't.
Hey, thanks for that. That's I'm gonna dig off into that probably tomorrow. I just been looking just in Marvel like, wow.
Well,
But, hey,
I originally wanted to Dropbox it to you. It would have been 2 separate emails. Dropbox, clean and simple. I'm having problems with my Dropbox. So I'm like, Siri,
mhm.
what is the maximum amount of megabytes that you can send an email? And she said 25. So I'm like, oh, great. That means I'm only going to send 3 or 4 songs per email, if that. I noticed some of them were like 18 megabytes. I'm like, well, this one's going by itself, but got it done.
If you want to send more, send more. I don't care.
Okay.
The more the merrier.
I got a problem, bro. The
Before you say your problem, I got an announcement to make. It's been a long time. I never thought I'd see this day. Never thought I'd see this day, Richard. I grew up poor, right? Grew up struggling.
yeah,
Grew up with to where I had a lot of nothing while people had a lot of everything. As I got older, only thing I was to myself type kid. Didn't want to be bothered with crowds and stuff like that. Kind of still like that to this day. Although now I can tolerate and entertain them, stuff like that. But I never wanted to be around crowds. I kept to myself. But when you poor and you got black and white TV, you only got like 5 channels to watch back then in the 80s. So when I grew up with my grandparents, and I got learning the world of cable. I was learning about HBO and Cinemax After Dark. Parents get the little book in the mail every month for HBO and Cinemax. So I was
yeah,
like, man, I was like, cable's the shit. So as I got older, I was like, my one luxury is always gonna be cable because I grew up without it. Because I don't trip off other stuff or whatever. And you know how it is. Sometimes you work, you want to come home and just find something to watch, call it a day, right? So cable's always been my shit. But with the astronomically giraffe ass high price of cable, come next week, Spectrum is going on vacation for good. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I've actually switched over. This is my new
oh,
cable.
Fire Stick, huh?
Yeah, it's my new cable now. Literally paying $18 a month for three sticks, and got hella channels. And I ain't gonna watch all them bitches, but I got them. It's one thing I had to realize too, though. When everybody be on this, they trying to cut the cord to save money. A lot of people really ain't. Because if you think about it, your internet is still $60 to $70. Then you paying 10 here, 12 there, 13 here, 15 there. When it's all said and done, you're still paying the same amount of money you were paying, but you're telling yourself you're saving money because you done got all these different streaming apps. They got more than what the regular channel or cable had on it. So you really ain't saving. You just enhance what you was paying for.
Pretty much.
I'm literally gonna pay $18, paying $70 for internet, and I got the other 6 or whatever I pay, but 10 I pay for Disney Plus. All said and done, I went from 180 to a little short of 100. And I decided to get rid of Spectrum because sitting there last week before, shit just cut out for about 30 minutes and it cut back in. Then last week, cut out. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm paying too much money for these random cutouts. And everybody know the guy Google doesn't complain. They swear it's the greatest internet you can get. So I'm gonna get what they got and just rock it out and see what happens. But come next Friday, Saturday, whichever one, it'll be a changing of the guards.
And I guess with that extra chunk of change, you're gonna buy you a couple of them Jay Brooks hats, huh?
Hey, them hats was fire.
They
I
were.
sent this homie of mine who's in the hats. He was like, man, these are cheaper and they look better than these. It's like Frederick something hats or whatever. But they look better than those hats. And those are the ones he rock with. I didn't even respond back. I was just like, that's all I could do.
Yeah, I mean, because I wear a size 13 shoe, I've come to the realization that I gotta pay 3 digits for a pair of shoes. I ain't ready to pay 3 digits for a lid. I'm just not. If you can keep it under that, we can talk. Although I'm still thinking about that linen suit on there.
Bro, that whole outfit would be dope. You wear that to a wedding while you taking, well, I mean, granted, you're married. But if you wear that to an outfit while you taking pictures, bitches go holler. Hey, you take a picture of me. Yeah, I can do it later. Give me a call. I was just saying, but you know me, I don't trip off nothing. Yeah. I'm not big investing in anything, and I'm moderate what I'm willing to pay for. I would probably take those hats. I would probably go no more than like 150 because I like how they design, how they put together. So it's like some things, like I tell my mom, some things you kind of gotta go a little extra because of the quality and how it is. But if it didn't look how it looked, I wouldn't mess with it.
Yeah. I mean, I was feeling that jacket. And then when I saw it had the matching pants, I'm like, oh Lord. But now that it's August, by the time you get that linen suit, 3 weeks later in the mail, fall is here. So I can't wear that mug until next year.
No, it's still right time for it. You got some nice, cool, nice warm days, still right time. Now you can't be wearing that bitch in December. You probably get away with, if the pants are some of a thicker, you probably get away with that. Cause I got some brown kind of wool that or linen pants or whatever I can get away with. If it's not, I say if it's like 50 or higher, I can rock them. But if it's below 50, it's not happening. Yeah. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let these stay in the closet.
Now I will say this, because I don't have the quote unquote right build. If you try to rock the wrong plaid suit, you can end up looking like a clown.
It looked like at one time was on Inside the NBA and Chuck was getting on Shaq. He was like, if you don't sit your ass down with that picnic table coat you got on. And I looked, I was like, oh yeah, Shaq, you probably shouldn't have. You should have got him going at an angle versus going, because I was like, yeah, you probably could cover a picnic table with that coat.
Yeah, and that's a big brother there, so I'm sure he could. All right. I don't know how much you are into the rock world, but sadly today we lost another one. The drummer for the Rolling Stones, Charlie Watts, passed away.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know who the hell he was, and I was like, okay.
You pay attention to them emails that I just sent you, and you'll know who
without a doubt.
Because there's a couple Rolling Stone songs in there.
Yeah, I saw it, and I was like, okay. I said, who in hip hop died?
Well, I just happened to be perusing Chuck D's page on Instagram, and it's a picture of him and Charlie, and they're saying rest in beats. So I'm like, what? What happened? So yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, 2021 is kind of like 2020 on a lower scale.
He was 80 years old though, so I imagine he lived a good life.
I'm pretty sure he did more than what he needed to.
Hey, if I can make it to 80, I'm gonna count it as a blessing. All right, let's have a little bit of
43
fun.
Is a blessing.
There's an article I want to read you. You haven't had to go through this. that I know of that you spoke of. I don't believe that
Okay.
you are fixed, which means that at any given moment, with the right woman, you could have another little Kevin out there.
Man, that's why once I'm out of this training, they like you free to move about the world, take time off. I'm getting fixed.
Well, I have been fixed and I can personify with this. This is an article from In the Know. Husband survives vasectomy, proudly shows off hilarious consolation t-shirt. This is just evil. So anyway, what happened was a post vasectomy dad is going viral for his hilarious new t-shirt, and TikTokers are loving his doctor's sense of humor. Okay, so the mother was a hairstylist, and she posted the side splitting footage on her account. And what happened was when he got out, he was walking to the car, actually limping to the car because it was a vasectomy. Anyway, he had a t-shirt that was given to him by the doctor. One side of the t-shirt, when you unfold it in the front, um, reads xsperminator.com, and it's written across two lemons. But when you flip it on the back, it's got two even bigger lemons, and it says all juice, no seed.
Oh wow.
So this
I like
doctor's
the back
office is
better.
giving that out.
I like the back of the shirt better. That all juice, no seeds. That's funny. That's dope.
Yeah, I mean, this doctor is probably cleaning up now.
Oh, without a doubt. I go to him just because of that shirt.
Yeah, well, it's too late for me. I don't get a damn shirt. Go back to my doctor. Say, how come you didn't give me a shirt? What's up, nigga? Yeah.
How long ago did you get yours done?
It was right after Darian was born. I want to say within the first 3 to 6 months, because I knew I only wanted to have two, and Heather said she was gonna be one and done. So I'm like, yeah, no matter what, I'm not gonna have no more kids. I'm good with that. I got two boys. That's what I wanted. Um,
So did you get it when you was at the queue or when you after you left the queue?
I was still at the queue.
Okay.
I went in on a Friday after work, had the
Mm-hmm.
procedure done, and pretty much sitting on a bag of ice all evening Friday, watching whatever in the recliner.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then Saturday feeling a little bit better. Sunday is just another day. Got up, felt good. It's a pretty small incision, and they do what they got to do.
So
You
you was
know,
back to work
oh, I was
Monday?
back on Monday. Yeah, I was back
Okay.
to work with no problem. So basically, if I hadn't have told you that I had it, you'd never know.
Never know. Okay. All right, cool. That's like I said, 'cause I'm trying to get mine done, get this over with, because what I ain't trying to do is start over. I got a 15 to 13-year-old. I ain't trying to start over.
Well, see, that's my logic. My kid's going to be 11 on Friday, and I'm already 51. So by the time he graduates, 7 years from now, I'm going to be 59. If I had another one after him, that means I would be in my 60s before they got out the house. I'm trying to travel and enjoy life when these kids get kicked out. Go to college, son. Me and your mom going on a cruise. Holla.
Yeah. So you was 40 when you had them?
Well, let's see. I'm 51. Yeah, I was.
I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I try to stay young, bro. I try to do my little running. I
Hey,
work out when I can.
you try to stay young the wrong way.
But is it wrong?
Wasn't wrong
Right.
that night, clearly.
Heck no. All right, moving right along. I have an issue with the
All right.
plastic crate challenge. Why are we doing this shit?
I literally was just watching this internet comedian. He's a stand-up comic too. This guy CT. You should watch him on YouTube. He's kind of funny. And his thing on IG is CT is dope. And he did a video on it. And he said the hood will not be denied. We will entertain in some way, shape, or form. This fool said the milkman is pissed with all these crates that got stolen. Because this one was all black and had a red one up top. He said, oh, y'all tried to get fancy, put a red one. What cafeteria y'all steal that red milk crate from? He was like, the gas stations in the hood are losing their mind right now because their crates are missing. He just had me dying laughing. But he was like, the hood will not be denied. We're going to find some way to be entertained or be entertaining to people. Like every song, something in the hood becomes like that thing to do, and sadly, that's what this is turned into. Although the video I sent you, an old boy walked across. I mean, granted, he was smoking.
He's the only one that I've seen that's made it too.
But also,
all the other ones have ended pretty badly or funny.
One flag on his wasn't as high either.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even notice.
I think he was about.
I think he was busy getting high, so I wasn't worried about how high.
He was about 2 to 3 lower than what the other ones had been. I think.
Okay.
And then somebody else completed it too. I don't know. I haven't seen. I only seen just the one guy.
Yeah, the last one I seen on Snoop's page, old boy broke his arm when he fell down. So you got to be careful with that.
That's the thing. They're not going to be careful. They're going to keep doing the same ignorant shit.
Well, I guess the ice water challenge wasn't good enough.
Ice water challenge.
That's that one where you take that bucket of ice or ice water and pour it over yourself, or somebody pours it over you. Ice cold. You don't remember that from a few years ago?
Yeah, I did.
The ice water challenge.
Video when I did it, but it was for charity. I mean, we donated for that.
Oh yeah, it was for charity, but damn, that water's cold. You know, unless you're one of them people that cheated, put some warm water in there. I'll just play like I'm cold.
No, we did cold. I remember Jody wanted to do it warm. I was like, no, we doing it cold. And we did it. A lot of people did it, matter of fact.
It's a good challenge. I'm glad you help some lives.
Thing is, though, do we ever hear how much money was officially raised off of that challenge? Did we ever see anybody take the check and shake hands and get a check away?
That stuff that stuff is done under tables and as quiet as can be, because everybody knows the full amount never gets to where it's got to be. It just doesn't. I mean, even when you hear about a quote unquote celebrity that donates a check to his or her cause, yes, that whole check goes to that cause, but the celebrity can write that off as in his taxes, his or her taxes. So they're going to get some of that money back, and they know it. So, you know, how much of it is helping others and how much of it is helping oneself?
Good. I never looked at it like that. See, thanks for killing the moment, you bastard.
I do what I can.
I mean, it's bad enough I know J.J. Watt was a bad person. How he did the people in Houston warehouse full of shit, and he ain't took nothing nowhere. Till he got called out by Bun B and was like, where your shit, bro? We can use it over here.
That's why the people in Arizona are hoping there ain't going to be no natural disasters anytime soon down there. They ain't going to get shit. He going to be hoarding it.
Exactly. He going to call that same flatbed, hey, we need you in Arizona this time. Same routine on 3.
Wow. So Dave Bautista let Jason Momoa, if I can get my names right, let him know that he wanted to get with him and do a buddy movie or a buddy cop movie. And of course, Momoa said, hey, I am down. So somewhere out there, there's some Hollywood screenwriters that are writing away because they want to make that shit happen. So mark my words, within the next 12 months, you will hear about a Bautista Momoa movie coming down the line somewhere.
I don't think it's going to be a buddy comedy, though. It's going to be some action, we taking on the Predator type movie. It's not gonna be what he wanted.
Well, Momoa has that TV show on Apple TV called C, and Batista is a guest star on it for a couple of episodes as one of his adversaries. So they already can say been there, done that. And I think this will be more of like a buddy cop thing or something like that, where they can show their comedic timing.
But what I want to see that though is the question.
There's probably still going to be some action in it, so I'm pretty sure you'd want to see it. I'd want to see it. I don't have anything. I don't have any problem with it. I like Batista's comedic chops when he does his Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. And the question is, how much of that is written and how much of that is really him? And Momoa's got to have a humorous side because the man is married to his homie's ex-wife. So
his homie's ex-wife.
Yeah, him and Lenny Kravitz are really good friends. And Jason Momoa is married to Lisa Bonet.
Yeah, but I thought that was like after the fact they came to their friends.
Yeah, it is after the fact, but shoot, think about it. How long has that been?
Yeah, and he works with the ground she walk on.
Yes.
I don't know why, but he does.
It must be lined in gold, brother.
Yeah, that's possible. But no, I gotta see what the premise is. Say if I'm gonna see it or not. I'm up in the air on it.
All right, so let's talk some sports. I'm gonna be bouncing around between football and basketball, but I want to start off with track while it's fresh in my head because I actually remember her name, Sha'Carri Smith. Is that it?
Was it Smith?
Is it Smith? I probably didn't get the name right. See,
it was like sacrificial lamb, something like that. I've been seeing a lot of people because I told you I wanted to talk about this, so you can just go and just have a seat, put in the corner of my picture, editorial moment. So I've been seeing people on the book, IG.
Sorry, before you go any further, Sha'Carri Richardson.
I was thinking Hernandez, Henderson, so I was way off.
Yeah.
But regardless.
To all the people named Smith, I apologize for what's about to come. But, Sha'Carri Richardson.
Bag of funk, whatever you want to call it, smoke session. Had a lot of people really backing her like she was the next coming of Jesus. So my thing, you had the big hoopla. She failed the drug test. My mama died. Okay, you weren't even close to your mama like that. Your mama had drug problems too, but you celebrate her honor by getting high. Have no sympathy. Rules are rules. Rules are what they are. People, I can't believe they're trying to hold her back. No. U.S. ain't doing nothing. U.S. is following the Olympic guidelines. The guidelines are severely outdated in more ways than just weed. But because y'all really aren't Olympic fans, you're fans of the moment, you don't realize that. So therefore, you trip off the weed allegation or whatever, a situation. So she showed how important track is to her and how important the fan base is to her. Because you go to the ESPYs with guy on his coat says, I'm still here. You doing all this little subliminal trash talking, but clearly you wasn't racing. Clearly you still wasn't training. Because Jamaica's like, hey, Olympics is over. We got this meet going. Come run with us. You take fucking 9th out of 10th out of 10. If you still at home running, busting your ass, telling everybody that you're not done, I'm expecting top 3. They just came back from running. You either walk the dog on them or what happens, you get the dog walked on you. You ran 111 seconds. Hell, I could do it in 13. And I'm fat, black, and out of shape. My knees is bad. I give you 13 and you run in 11. That's a disgrace. All you motherfuckers that was like, anybody that makes fun of her for this, they're just demons. Call me the fucking devil then. Call me Duke Blue Devil. Because if you support these fans that supported you, you wouldn't have felt like that. You'd have been in pristine shape to where you'd have showed your appreciation for those that were screaming and yelling for you, in my personal opinion. I could be wrong about that, but that's how I see it. It just, I think first it was asinine. She showed her character because there's no reason why that shouldn't have been handled in a better light, in a better way. So like, that makes me lose whatever respect I had for her because I'm just like, you had in the palm of your hand, everybody in the palm of your hand, and all you had to do was do something spectacular. You didn't have to win that race. Finish top 3, people gonna say, see, she would have got a medal. But instead, you let the Olympic team be like, see, what I tell you, drugs made her faster. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you shot yourself in the foot. So now you need to go ahead and do like Marion Jones, fly off into the sunset to never be seen again because you didn't make yourself look like a joke to where I don't think anybody can afford you to take you serious because clearly you didn't take yourself serious.
I'm going to take it a step further than any drugs. I'm going to go with not just personality, but character in general. She has very poor character. I have no problem with people wanting to look how they want to look. I have no problem with her long bleach blonde hair, her super long electric colored fingernails, wearing makeup and jewelry while you're running. I had no problem with any of those things. My problem is this, and this is why, talking NFL here, folks, Deion Sanders was the best at his position ever. He could rock the gold chains and be primetime 24/7 because he talked that shit and he backed it up.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking and ain't backed nothing up yet. Great. Yeah. You got a record. That's great. You might have been on drugs during that record. The world will never know. But because of that personality, and this is where I roll back into personality, I think she's more style than substance. She's about that look. She's trying to like put herself out there without doing the work. And I know that you're not the biggest fan of the Cobster, but my girl Troya, she put this out on IG today. It's from Kobe Bryant. This is an old quote. I have nothing in common with lazy people who blame others for their lack of success. Great things come from hard work and perseverance. No excuses. Dedication sees dreams come true. Kobe Bryant. Miss Richardson could learn a thing or two from the Ghost of Kobe.
Well, see, and the thing is, I probably was cutting you off. I think she let the hype go to her head. Yes. Everybody, oh, she was gonna do this, she was gonna do that. So it was one of those, I don't need to practice. I can just get up and run a 10-5, like I can 10-1 like that. I don't need to practice.
And that's where it becomes all style and no substance. You think you got it in the bag. What's the saying? You got to pay the cost to be the boss. She trying to take over, but ain't got the tools yet.
I mean, cause she had me thinking she was about to be Flojo Gail Deaver. She came out with that swag we ain't seen in track and field. Cause like even when Marion Jones is out there running, and Allison Felix, they don't come out there boisterous or whatever. So she came out there like, look at me, and she killed. She was killing, but unfortunately, that fly buzz enough in your face, you go hit it at some point.
I agree.
You got motherfucking hit.
All right, moving on. I saw an article that just cracked me up because same shit, different day. The Jacksonville Jaguars, are they as bad as we think they are?
Yep.
Remember I told you a couple weeks ago, and then I mentioned it again when Tebow got cut. I'm like, it doesn't matter what Tebow did. Urban Meyer is not a good NFL coach. There's very few college coaches that can succeed in the NFL. And I'm not saying he won't be successful someday. It won't be this year, though. From what I've seen from the footage so far this preseason, the Jags look horrible. Now, they may come out the gate 6-0. Doubt it. But just based on what I've seen, they're going to be dead last in their division, if not dead last in football.
You'll see, the thing is, Trevor Lawrence, hey, he looked like the Messiah in college. He got to the NFL. The Messiah turned to a villager. He just, asking for scraps.
Well, yeah. I mean, Marcus Vick at one point looked just like Michael till he got to the big leagues. Just saying.
It's just it. We really don't know what can Trevor Lawrence really do. We don't know. I got a good laugh when the commentator was like, last night during the game, excuse me, he goes saying, I bet he didn't get hit this much in college. I bet he didn't.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So Myers not the coach. He's not going to do anything for him. He just sitting there. He'll be fired after 2 seasons.
Yeah. I think it's really going to depend on whether or not, if they can get him some offensive line help, give him some time. That's what any good quarterback needs, is some time.
So the thing is, man, do you sit Lawrence and you sacrifice Minshew, or do you throw Lawrence out there?
You don't have anything to lose right now. Throw Lawrence out there. Troy Aikman needed to go 1-15 in order to become a champion. It didn't hurt his career.
Troy Aikman was trash.
Yeah, but they built the team around him. So if Jags go 1-15, maybe they can stock some draft choices and build a champion.
Yeah, I'll tell you back. I shouldn't say Troy Aikman was trash. Troy Aikman was a typical 90s quarterback. He couldn't fit in today's world because he's about as mobile as I am.
Well, that is true. I mean, Troy Aikman's not – he wouldn't survive in today's NFL. But speaking of Troy Aikman, your boy Jerry Jones is running his mouth again about the COVID-19 vaccine. And he says, we rely on each other to win. He's speaking about team accountability. And it says Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones has become one of the NFL's biggest COVID-19 supporters. He wants his team to lead the NFL in vaccination percentage, not just because being vaccinated is smart, safe, and the thing to do. I'll question that in a minute. But because it makes it a lot less likely that the Cowboys players will miss significant time due to the league's COVID-19 protocols. Yada, 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 it goes on. I understand Jones is pushing this, but here's the thing. First and foremost, because I'm hearing about people coming to the forefront saying, I got vaccinated and I still got COVID. That's not gonna change the NFL policies. For example, of all the people that ended up on the COVID list last year, we'll say 2/3 of them get vaccinated this year before the season starts. 1/3 of them can still test positive and lose time. Even if it's a false positive, you can lose time. Ask Cam Newton.
Yep, because he just got 5 days for a false.
Yep.
Which is stupid.
Absolutely. So, just because you take the needle doesn't guarantee that you won't get it or won't test positive for it. So I'm going to need Jerry Jones to sit his old tired ass down and just leave it to the professionals.
And also,
yes,
don't really. I'm about to put my conspiracy hat on. Cam has a damn good game. Then he has a false positive. He got to spend 5 days away. You tell me what's going on in New England.
Are you telling me that Belichick is now capable of cheating on his own team?
All I'm saying is Cam had a damn good night. 2 touchdowns. about 2 or 3 incomplete passes, 100-some yards. Solid. Good numbers. Ball was zipping. And
Let me ask you this. Does Cam start opening day for the Patriots?
Probably not because of COVID. He's going to catch COVID.
You think so? I think he's going to start, but I think he's going to be on a very short leash just because Bill Belichick is Bill Belichick. He thinks that he's got the next Tom Brady back there on the bench, and that's the way it goes.
Well, he go Drew Brees. He go Drew Bledsoe Cam. He go manufacture it instead of it actually happening like it did to Drew Bledsoe. Because imagine how much bigger Drew Bledsoe would have been if he didn't get hurt and left New England.
They were what, 12-1 when he got hurt and Tom Brady took over?
And think about it. He went to Buffalo, had a good rest of his career, but had he stayed in New England, he would have had more rings than the one that he got.
Yeah. And I understand, but at that point, you know, you got a ring, and that's that pride factor there. You want to start for a team. And you want that starter's money too. So I get that. You know, Aaron Rodgers certainly ain't going to go nowhere and become a backup. He already said, I'll retire before I sit on the pine.
And right now he's beating the system. So props to Aaron.
Yeah. He had them by the cojones and squeezed, and they were like, okay, we give. Here's your check. So anything can happen. Hell, your boy wins a Super Bowl. Now he owns half the Royals. Anything can happen.
He bought his wife into the soccer team. He didn't let it be known if we get a basketball team, he buying a stake in them. But you know, hey, we ain't used to this. So this is clearly what a franchise player does.
And this is what I like. And I know you think that I'm just making stuff up when I say that the Chiefs and the Raiders are like mirror images of each other. But we have two franchise quarterbacks that are willing to go to the bat for their team no matter what. Mahomes is buying pieces of this and pieces of that everywhere in Kansas City. He's setting up roots, and he's like, I ain't going nowhere. He signed the longest contract for the highest amount so that he can make sure that he stays until his career's over. Smart ass move. Carr said, I don't give a fuck what you do. I'm the quarterback of the Raiders. If you want to trade me, I'll just retire.
I let him retire.
Well, he got plenty of money, but he's on a mission still.
I let him retire because Carr got beside himself. John Gruden got punked on that. He showed up whose team it is, and Gruden got punked.
Nah, Gruden didn't get punked. They're gonna have a good year because there's too much at stake. You know, every year we make it about Gruden's contract. So, John, you're gonna have to earn that money. Anyway, enough about them. You know, we'll get to that on a later show when the season gets real. I want to talk to you real quick about your boy Magic Johnson. I guess he's been, you know, out of the spotlight so long that he had to, you know, talk about some shit. And he revealed at one time he had sex with as many as 6 women at a time.
Hot nigga.
What does it say here? Johnson was one of the most successful players in the NBA, 5 NBA championships in his historic career, but his career got cut short due to his HIV diagnosis. 5 women at a time. What's that game, Russian roulette? When you got 6 in the chamber, when you got 1 in the chamber, but you got 5 holes. He had 5 in the chamber. All right. Anyway, let's see what it said about it. It's just like I said, women have different fantasies. Some want to be 2 to 3 at a time. One time I had 6 at a time. I'm not one for porn or anything like that, but I'm just trying to imagine 6 at a time.
That's not hard to imagine. So what made Magic talk about this? What brought this subject up?
It doesn't say. It does not say at all. I'm not sending mixed messages. That was my life. If you ask me if I had fun, I had fun. Did you enjoy your fantasies? Yes, I did. But you pay for it. I guess that's the end game there. He's talking about that post-retirement life. I guess until now he hasn't really talked too much about his personal life.
Nah, he really. Ever since the announcement of HIV, that was it on his person. They made sure that baby at the time she was pregnant with, which I think was EJ.
Now, is he still with Cookie?
You said what?
Is he still with his wife?
Oh, EJ?
No, Magic.
Hey, he's still with Cookie. Cookie ain't going nowhere. When a motherfucker can take you on a 2-month cruise and invite all your friends and tell them, just get here, I got you, you don't leave that motherfucker.
She's got balls. She's got lemons.
Yeah. She made lemonade out of them bitches.
All right. NBA. Carmelo Anthony on Kobe Bryant, Nuggets run, and the trade to New York. And he said he never wanted to leave Denver. And I get that because, you want to be the franchise guy. And I know now he's a Laker, so he'll probably finally win that elusive championship that LeBron is trying to buy in the NBA. You can shake your head if you want to. Everybody knows it's true. LeBron is trying to buy another ring.
All them rings is ball. Let's be real about it.
Yeah, you're right.
I seen his Up in Smoke interview. It was a good one. I mean, he just let it be known. Didn't want to leave Denver, but wasn't trying to go through another rebuild. And they got rid of some quality players, so he had no choice but to. He wanted to go home. He got a chance to go home. But good old Dirty Phil, who should have never been a GM, put on that just gouging of a contract to where in the long run, the Knicks kind of took an L because of that contract that Phil put him on, where they couldn't get rid of him. They just had to release him. And I give Melo props because he has all right to point the finger. He still has yet to do it. He's just like, I wasn't in the league for a year. It just, keeps it pushing. I was like, I wasn't in the league for this. I'm calling out names.
Yeah. And he said, and I didn't realize this stat, when he was in Denver, they made the playoffs 7 years straight.
Yeah.
His first year he made it. Bron didn't even make that. He said he loved Denver. He said until he got to Denver, he hadn't even seen any mountains before. Now, when they talked about, do you think you should have won the Rookie of the Year? He did say straight out he should have.
Yeah.
I don't remember who won it that year.
LeBron did.
Oh, they came in the same year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was fixed then too then. LeBron is definitely the Tom Brady of the NBA. It's all fixed. Anyway, now he said about Kobe, he's the greatest man. That was his moment when him and Kobe became really tight before they went to the Olympics. And he said Kobe would go after your neck, and he's smirking and throwing his little elbows. And he said it was a war. But he said after it was over, Brian would pull him to the side and said, "You're a bad motherfucker." And
Respect.
Kobe, he said, for me as a young player, 4 years in the league at that time, you want nothing more than someone like that to come to you and say that you're a bad MF. And that was respect. And when he did that, I knew it took a lot out of him to tell me. So, I like that. Carmello is showing some mentality. And I think that if he was in the right position, either in Denver, as you said, or if they had messed it all up in New York, he had a chance at a championship, at least one. But like I said, he's about to get his when LeBron buys it.
It's one of those things to where your favorite thing in life is, say, like strawberry cheesecake. You get it every day. You get it every day. One slice, two, whole, half, whatever you want. That day you come downstairs and you like, where, where my cheesecake at? Once it gets taken from you, if you are about that life of being a decent person, you get humbled instantly. So they took away his cheesecake by saying he couldn't play ball. He got humbled, but nobody wanted to believe it because, which was what I felt was dumb, is people trying to say how he played is his attitude. That has nothing to do with anything. That ain't got nothing to do with the tea in China. They lost their mind on that one. But at the same time, I get it because he's one of those that he went against the grain of everybody else. But the thing is, they forget. So did Chris Bosh. He went against the grain. A lot of them went against the quote unquote, this is what you're supposed to do, this, that, and the third. And, he was one. He wasn't trying to do everything everybody else was doing. That's why I remember when he stayed in Denver and they was like, why you stay in Denver? He was like, $50 million is $50 million. And they just offered me an extension, 2 years, $50 million. I ain't turning that down. I don't blame him. You see, Melo was about the ring, the money first, then the ring. Because, he would Team Jordan, but name one Team Jordan commercial you've seen him in. When he's pushing them shoes. You ain't seen nothing. So he had to make sure he got his money because he wasn't considered a cash cow like LeBron.
Right. I get that. Well, now he's gonna make a little bit extra change, and like I said, his new buddy has paid for that ring that's gonna be coming.
You gotta do something. You gotta pay for that divorce. I'm pretty sure she gonna try to run him dry.
Sad.
I just wonder how you go prove to the judge, hey, we was just cool. I didn't think the baby was gonna come about. Because I just wonder how you gonna explain that.
You can't really explain that, bro. All right. I don't have anything else today. Do you have anything before we shut it down?
No, it's been a long week. I do got something. This hurts my heart. So, watching one of the podcasts that I watched, the host was talking about how he was having car trouble with his electric car, saying how he had locked his keys in there. The system wouldn't recognize his phone to get him in to where he was like, my spare set is at the house. And he was going all the different stuff and saying how he tried to reset it, didn't recognize it at the third. And the tow truck was like, well, we got these cords right here. We can pull and jump those. It may or may not work. So he was just going this rant how he spent like hour or so, whatever, dealing with that for he got a tow truck to tow it back to the crib because he was underground. So they couldn't get a regular tow truck to get him or whatever. And the thing was, he had that he had the Mustang. And he was just talking about how I guess with Tesla, they do updates overnight or something. Some of they updates and like then like your cell phone, you got them updates you got to do them. So with these electric vehicles, you got to do them updates also. So everything works like it's supposed to. But he was just like, they give you one key fob, and then you use your phone as your to unlock it. So I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of technology. I don't know if I'm ready to have to use my phone to open my damn door.
Yeah, how would that work if your phone gets stolen? You're screwed.
Screw's an understatement. You got hoes that don't know how to work nothing.
And nowadays, people don't even carry their wallets. They keep their bank information right on their phone, and they swipe their phone when they make purchases and all that. So I can see some very bad things happening in the future for people that are too dependent on these electronics.
Yeah, I can see that too. Because oh man, when he was talking about, I was just like, he was like, he didn't want to bust his window because he realized his keys was at home. When he came back, he was like, I still wasn't trying to bust my window. So I was like, man, that's a sticky situation. But the co-host did tell me, he was like, you made the mistake. What don't you do? And he was like, yeah, I know you don't ever buy the first one. He's like, but I had to do it. It was calling me. I'm sitting there like, it's calling me too. I feel you. But it's just hearing him go through all that electrical problem and stuff. I was like, man, that's what I don't want to have to deal with.
Well, the older we get, the more we're going to have to, because things are changing.
Or if anything, I would have got the second one. I wouldn't have got the first one.
That's true.
Yeah, you only paid $60 for it.
Only.
I just said like that was just nothing.
Yeah, I was going to be like, spot me alone, bro. You got it like that.
I would. Hey, if I had it like that, hey, here you go. Here you go. I have this damn mosquito bite on my leg. I don't know when the fuck I got bit.
Shoot. These last few weeks, all you have to do is open the door. They come right on in like they invited.
Man, who you tell? Like they didn't just, hey, I got room. Yeah, I got the bag. All right, you get the front. You just be like, all right, I guess I'm in the middle.
Yeah, and these last couple of days, we've been back in the hundreds. I think we hit 103 today.
Yeah. So, question for you.
Yeah.
I don't hear this bullshitting basically. Say, before it hits you up tomorrow, hey, Mr. Kearney, we got your order and everything. We're working on your vehicle. You can get your vehicle probably this time next year. Or if you want, we can give you what is it, Maverick, whatever truck is.
Yeah.
We can give you Maverick, everything you want, you can get it next month. Which one you taking?
I'm gonna hold out for the Bronco because that's what I love. And they wouldn't call me because the way it's set up, you'll get an email saying that your vehicle will go into production on such and such a date. Then you'll get another email a couple weeks prior to that date just to confirm. And then you'll get a third email with the VIN number once it's going down the pipe there. And I already know that I'm not getting mine until late 2022 or early 2023. I might not get it until next January. It just really depends on, I know Ford, since our last conversation about the Bronco, they are going with a different manufacturer for their tops. That's good. Once they do that, that might speed up production. But like I said, if you good with a convertible, yours is on the way. All us other Joes that want to wait, we got to pay the price. Especially those of us like me who want your hard top to be the same color as the Bronco itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people are like, well, I know you, Rick, you wanted a black Bronco. It's just a dark gray top. What's the difference? Nah, bro. My whole vehicle is going to shine when I wash it. The whole thing. I'm not gonna have just the plastic top. I want it painted just like if I'm paying payments, I want what I want. And it's that simple.
I get that. Because I didn't get to drive it, but I rode in my friend's Bronco Saturday, and it rides so smooth.
But see, your friend got a Bronco Sport. I'm holding out for the big boy. I want the full size Bronco.
That motherfucker rode nicely.
I bet it do. I bet it do.
Went down to the yacht club. Went there Saturday to see what it's about. I learned there are different versions of yacht clubs, different ways things get down. Basically, different ways to show you I got money is how I saw it. So we went to so my friend rode with me. I want to go solo. My other friend backed out talking about COVID, too many people. I was like, whatever. So my other friend, she went with me. And when I tell you, I was mind blown by what I saw. I was mind blown by what I saw. So, you think yacht club, you thinking big building, just a bunch of swanky type stuff, right?
Right.
Theirs is the complete opposite. Theirs was, I'm gonna show you my money in a different way. So it's like you're in the middle of nowhere. You hit a right, you hit a left, and it's like boom, there's this gate right here. I'm like, okay. We type in the code, that motherfucker open up, just driving, for a little mile. You pull up, you kind of see vehicle shit everywhere, but you ain't seeing no structure or nothing. Got 2 little park spots or whatever. Hella water out there, beautiful. Water everywhere, just beautiful. Beautiful fucking view. And I tell you, the moon hitting that water was so beautiful. It's like you ain't gonna get that view in the city. You ain't gonna get it. It's one of the things where if I'd had a chick with me, I'd have started trying to holler like she wasn't already with me. It was that much of a. You remember how Jim Carrey pulled the moon in on his movie or whatever?
Yeah.
That's how it felt. It was just that. It was that crazy. So what they did is they got all this land that they bought, and they built a pavilion to where we got the kitchen, we got a bathroom, got the walkway in the middle, then we got another little setup pavilion type where everybody picnic tables and stuff. Then we got add-ons for the side that we can add to it. So that right there sounds like it's nothing, right?
Right.
Okay, you got basically a fancy little park bench.
Okay.
All the land behind them, they own. So what does people do? Oh, okay, so we did this. Well, I'm coming down for the weekend. Let me bring my expensive ass mobile home, because that's where I'm gonna chill at all weekend. Oh, you bring your mobile home, I'm gonna leave mine. I ain't returning off the mobile home. Let me go ahead and bring this 6-figure ass boat that I got, and that's where I'm gonna sleep at all weekend. They showing money on a whole different aspect that people ain't thinking about, because for them it's all about the water. It's not about material, other material shit or whatever. So you got these motherfuckers coming these fancy ass mobile homes, sleeping in their mobile homes, got the hookup and everything for that. Open men and women's bathrooms. We do whatever, shower, shit, shave, whatever you need to do. Got a kitchen, motherfucking radio in there letting you know what the tide is, all that type shit. Bigs cook, whatever. They had a big ass barbecue. Had some good ass burgers. When that was over, everybody in there cleaned the kitchen up, put leftovers in the fridge. Like, hey, there it is in the morning. If y'all want something to eat, well, y'all go out there. The chicks who I knew that got me the gig, her dad was like, man, we just got out the water. We've been out there since about 11. Mind you, I got there at like 6:37. So you just got out the water about like 5.
Damn.
He said what they do, sometimes they'll go out there, find what area they want to be in, then they will tie their boats together and just be out there just floating. He said some might be sunbathing. This boat might have barbecue shrimp on it. This boat might have martinis. They could be over there reading books. They could be over there playing cards. He said we just in the water chilling, showing their money on a whole nother level. He's like, We'll come down when it's fall. If it's a 60-degree day, we will come build a fire pit for heat, and then we'll go out to the water and be out there. Then we'll come, everybody just sit around the fire pit and we just chill. That's how I was like, first, flip the yacht club mind game in my mind to where you said fuck a building. I'm gonna build a necessity of what I need. Kitchen and a bathroom. You want somewhere to lay down? Your boat need to be that level or get you this nice mobile home. And I'm telling you, I didn't see a cheap mobile home. Either mobile home or the big ass bus, I didn't see nothing cheap. Everything I saw was pretty pricey. That's how I was like, wow. Bro, when I say I was outdone, I was outdone.
Yeah, that's how we need to be living.
Man, and what's crazy, he was like, some of us might go out there and go fishing. It's like you see motherfuckers on the boat, you just like, this is crazy. And like my friend, she was like, I've never seen nothing like this. I said, I haven't either. Like the wife was there, might not live in Springfield, so that really didn't bother them. And so, but it was just how they did it was so just fucking smart to where your utility bill is next to nothing for the lights in the bathroom and the lights in the kitchen. And your water bill is next to nothing too. Because you ain't got this big ass building. You know what I'm saying? It's like the most you gotta worry about is a septic tank, and they have put on there, don't do this, don't do that. That's all they gotta worry about. And I was like, that was whoever came up with that was smart as hell to make that happen. Yeah, but it was the cool little setup. Everybody was cool, friendly. Somebody made this cake though. Icing was so sweet, I could have ran home.
Maybe one of these days we'll be living like that.
I just want to get a boat. So I can just go whenever I want to go in the middle wherever fishing, I can just pull my boat out and go fishing. But they had some nice boats.
The other half living right.
Yeah, I give them credit because I know most white people probably look at that and be like, where's your building? Where's this, where that? And I'm like, they make the yacht club what it's about. The water and the boat. Nothing more, nothing less. And I ain't talking about just a bunch of men. Their fucking wives are there too, loving it just as much as they are.
Oh yeah, I believe it. Must be nice.
Man, as I heard life in my head, must be nice. I was like, all right, well, I guess we can head back now.
Damn. I almost want to sneak down with you just so I can get some pictures.
Hey, I go back on the 4th. I got that gig, so September 4th, I'm doing a Labor Day. Well, you know that's why I got that music from you.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be back down here September 4th. So see how you do me, bro. You need to call them and tell them to change the date.
Man, I wish. That's the thing though, because the first flyer they sent me was talking about Memorial Day next year. I know how some places like to be a year ahead with a booking. I was like, shit, I don't give a fuck. Slide me some money to put that date down.
Hey, if they needed a photographer, I'd drop everything I'm doing because I know that I'd be able to make a few dollars on the side.
That's what they said they didn't. They didn't. But they call me again. I'm already pushing. So you ain't got to worry about that. Anything I get in this upscale, I'm pushing. Either you or my friend Camila, but I'm pushing both of you. I'm pushing you first because I know I'm pushing both of you, but you my one, she my two, or whatever.
I'm cool with that.
It was a nice little setup. And I took my friend with me because she's more open-minded about stuff, but at the same time, she's quick to be like, nah, that ain't nah. So I'm looking at the money aspect. So I need somebody to go look opposite, how I am or whatever. And so she was like, this ain't bad, this, that, and the third. And she was sure. The one dude kept trying to get us to go in this boat. This guy was like, you ever been in the boat with him? We was like, I'm looking like, well, we ain't there. We niggas, we ain't been down here. Dude was like, yeah, don't get in the boat with him. Just eat your burger and smile. I was like, okay, enough said.
All righty then. He be done went out to sea and not come back.
Man, be one of them fucking movies. What happened to them? They left with you. I refuse.
All right. That's about all the time we have for today. Appreciate you, brother. Another good show. Gonna go get me a little bit of grub and wind it on down.
What the wife fixed today?
Your guess is as good as mine. I'm in here.
So one day you go actually tell me, I'm gonna be mind blown that you actually know.
Bro, you gotta understand. We start recording right at 5:30. I come home. I come in here and I'm like, hey, I'm laying everything out. I'm getting everything set up, lighting, camera. I can't really smell anything in this room. I'm too far away from the kitchen. So,
Fire.
Once I get in the hallway, I don't know. Did you say fire?
The fire. You should just automatically just.
I mean, I probably could have just, shot her a text message. Hey, what you cooking?
I'm the one that's fucking divorced, I tell you. Although I will say, I said this on Snap, and I was ignorant for it. I went back and deleted it. I got reminded why I don't like shopping. It was fucking Madhouse Sunday, getting the shit for the girls. I got on Snap. I said, this is some bullshit. This is stupid as fuck. I'll just stay married to avoid this shit.
Damn. Now,
Bro, everywhere.
I don't mind shopping. I'm very strategic when it comes to shopping, and I went to Walmart and picked up some stuff that we all needed. Was it Sunday? Yeah, it was Sunday, but I do mine early in the morning. I was on the road at 6:45, 7 a.m.
I was at work, so I had that option. But what I did do is once I got off from work, I went and got them from their moms, and I stayed, when you first get in the building where Academy and stuff is, I stayed right there. I went to Ross, Marshalls, and Academy. I was like, I didn't want to go to Target, didn't want to go to Walmart, didn't want to go to Kohl's. There was people everywhere, kids running their parents, not the parents running the kids, so didn't want to be bothered with that. And between those three stores, I got everything I needed to get. And once it was time to get low, I got low and got about a belly.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. All right. I will see you on Saturday, my friend.
Yes, sir.
God willing, as long as I make it down the highway in one piece, it's all good.
Yeah, first off, you thank my job that I got to work, and thank Mother Nature. It's supposed to be like 100 plus. I hope you're ready for that. It's supposed to be hot as fuck here.
It's hot as fuck here. I just told you it's 100. It's 102 right now.
Oh well, it's pretty much gonna be the same way. Yeah. Saturday's gonna be a little cooler, like 95. So.
95.
Yeah. So thankful to
that's gonna be while I'm running. By the time I get done running and I, get cleaned up and change stuff, I ain't trying to be out in the sun.
I'm just saying, thank my job and thank Mother Nature for that heat, because there is no way hell you can get me on the court Saturday.
Oh no, I was gonna say the same thing. I ain't even gonna bother to bring the clubs. I'm just gonna be like, don't worry, we'll run it back sooner or later. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I just want the record to state that I'm not running. I just wanted to state that I'm not 100 miles in running. I'm ready to give another L when need be.
All right, folks, that's all we got today. Everybody, like, share, subscribe if you watch it on YouTube. Give us that thumbs up, beat that algorithm. Leave us a message too. And if you want, you can send us an email at the2dudespodcast@yahoo.com. Stay positive, stay blessed. Kevin, what's the magic words?
All right, everybody. It's been good. It's been real. Little personal thing real quick. If you see a fan laughing because Arrowhead has changed their name, they're doing an unveiling about it Thursday, ask them, where is their team at? Where is their stadium? I guarantee you they're from St. Louis, or they're Oakland fan that's in Vegas now. We're actually having a legit stadium. So just tell them, until you had a stadium, as long as we've had, shut the hell up. On that note, I'll let you boys, but don't yell.
Later.